G'day guys. Alright, this is my 7th voiceover and I have no voice. So, stick with me. I hope I don't cough. Let's see how we go. Now, this particular layout, I literally sat down and I pulled out my paper pads and I thought, I know it's the 20th of February. I get that. I know it's not Christmas time, but I just kind of figured I'm not going to look at these photos sitting there looking at me for 12 months. I need to use them so they're out of my peripheral vision. And so I just pulled out two 6x6 paper pads. I ended up getting the Carta Bella Home for Christmas one and the Echo Park a Gingerbread Christmas 6x6 paper pad. And this is what I've got left. So, and I just sat down and thought, what can I do with this? So I just started cutting. I figured, you know what, it's only paper. Obviously this coming season, I'm going to be buying more because I've actually done really well this year, guys. I've actually used a lot of my Christmas bits and pieces. So this is my brain in action. So I'm thinking I could put odd shaped triangles over the top of odd shaped triangles to try and get heaps of different patterns on there. I'm going to try and stick with just the reds and greens. Didn't really want to pull greens in yet. I was thinking, what am I going to do with this? Then I was, I'm just having a fiddle. This is where my brain does a lot of really good brain dumping and thinking, because all I'm doing is putting just a dot of that glue, by the way, just to try and get... I don't like watching videos where people put things on and then pull them back off. I get that you have to audition, but in a layout like this, and this is the part that a lot of people do behind the scenes, and I understand why, because it makes it a much cleaner video. But I wanted to give you guys, it's a Saturday video, and I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to see basically a behind the scenes is what this is. This is how I scrap. This is where I come up with ideas. This is how I do it. I just keep going. And if you always have in the back of your mind, it's only paper. It's only paper, guys. It's not the end of the world. No one's gonna no one's gonna explode if you don't, it's just a bit of paper. So this is where I started putting these together, and I'm like, I like the points. I like where the point's going. Now, I will give you the heads up. This was at 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So Taylor had gone off to work, and I come into the craft room because that's what I do. I get her off to work and then I come in here. So this is at 5 a.m., right? I've had one coffee. Well, actually, I think I was about halfway through my first coffee. So this is what my brain does when I first get out of bed. So I'm thinking, okay, I've got some points going up the top, points across there, can put my photos through the center. That sort of gives me 2 clusters. So that works. It's not too bad. And then I thought, well, I've got a bit of green there, so I could probably mount these photos on a very, very, very thin photo mat. And then I sort of thought maybe I could tie that in somehow, and then very quickly ditch that. That's not going to work. And then I'm looking and I'm thinking, does that work? Does that work? Maybe if I turn it this way. Ooh, I like that. So this is what I mean. If I had have cut all that other bit out, you wouldn't have seen how I've come up with this concept. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to show you, and yes, I've sped it up, but this is how I come up with different layouts. Sorry, I need a drink. I'm gonna cough. I still coughed. I apologize. I'm so sorry. This is my 7th voiceover in a row. And the reason I'm doing it like this is I'm trying to get all my talking out in one hit so that I can give my voice a break for a week. So that's what I'm trying to do. Sorry, I need another drink. Hang on, guys. Okay, so I'm sorry. So you can see there that I used some of the TCW Light and Fluffy modeling paste. I just put it down in white just for texture in the background. Not lots of bulk, just a bit of texture. So you can see I've sort of got 3 clusters going. I haven't neatened them up yet. Haven't done anything like that. I haven't sort of made an exact decision. They're not glued down. This is when I decided to come in with a stamp. Now this stamp is new to me. It is called KAISERCRAFT's Grid Texture Stamp. And quite often you'll see me use a stamp like this when I'm doing it on a mixed media background, and I don't put it on a stamping block. I just use it to get a more random stamp. I'm using my Distress Oxide colour at the moment is Fired Brick, because I didn't want to bright. I was going to use Lumberjack Plaid because I love that colour, but the papers in this collection are more Fired Brick, aged mahogany sort of direction. So you can see here I'm just adding a little bit of Rustic Wilderness, and it's all just one stamp, okay? So remember that it's one stamp. I'm not coming in with heaps of different stamps. You know, sometimes when I do a mixed media layout, I come in with some numbers, I use some letters, I use some word stamps, all that sort of stuff. So now I'm going around the outside edge with some of the Fired Brick, and then I come through on top of that with a little bit of aged mahogany just to deepen it up a little bit. Now, I love aged. When I first got aged mahogany, I didn't use it for probably 7-8 months. Now I know how to use it. It's great for deepening up those other colors, you know, working with the browns, working with the Fired Brick and the Candied Apple, and use some of that, and it really gives it a whole new sort of earthy feel. It's really good. Now this is where I start going, okay, let's cut this off. Let's start committing to where we're putting these down. So I popped it back down. I'm using my inks as weights. They're not even heavy, but I don't know why I was doing that. But anyway, so I did use my T-square ruler to cut them off before I stuck them down, because I'm trying to glue over the top of that texture paste, and I've got Oxide inks down there, and I'm just trying to get it to all stick down. So clean up, because Oxide ink is water reactive, so all I have to do is wet that, and I'm going to end up with ink somewhere. I tried to use that. I keep pulling that out. All this Christmas season, I have pulled that out, and I don't know why I thought I'd use it on this one, but I didn't. Anyway, so I pulled out of my pre-cut. I go through and I cut out my letters, and I have them in a container. So I've pulled out a title, You're a Cheeky Little Monkey. And this font is the KAISERCRAFT Alpha Lowercase. So, and I've gone through, and what I'm doing to color these is I'm just daubing up and down. So I'm not swiping at all. So it's given a really nice texture. Now I'm coming in on top, and I'm just dotting this on top. I'm not actually painting this on. And this is the NUVO, I've completely forgot what it's called. It's winter white, I know that. NUVO Glacier Paste. I'm looking at some black NUVO crystal drops. That's why I couldn't get it out of my mouth. So it is actually the NUVO Glacier Paste in winter white, and I love that stuff. It is so good. So there's my title. So I'm bringing silvers in, whether it was conscious or not conscious. I'm so sorry. I've just got to get through another 8 minutes and I'm done. Okay, so try and bear with me, guys. Try and bear with me. Okay, so I'm putting down my title. All I really do from this point onwards is I do come in with some sprinkly bits, because it wouldn't be my layout without some sprinkly bits on there. But I love how the triangles are just going across the page. I've got 3 clusters, and by adding, I do come in and put some line work on top of it. So stick around to see how I do that, because it does make a big difference. At the moment, if you're looking at it, you can see that the red on red on red, it's kind of blending into each other. I do go ahead and I'm able to actually separate and get those points all separated, and it looks a lot more more defined is the word. I'm trying to think of the word. I'm like, what is that word? Defined. It does look a lot more defined. So I absolutely love it when it gets to the end. And it's just about building layers, guys. The layers, I know, like when I started this, you were there with me. I literally just opened up a couple of 6x6 paper pads and started chopping into them. There's no magic secret. That's just how I do it. And it works. Sometimes I sit down and I know exactly what I want to do. Sometimes I sit down at 5 a.m. and go, okay, while I drink this coffee, let's see where I can take this. You know, and yeah, it really, I think it turns out really cute. So what else can I tell you? I will do the housekeeping while I'm at this point. I will have everything that I've used in this video. I will have it listed below, so you don't have to worry about writing things down. And if I do miss something, just shoot me a message, and you can either contact me through my socials, which the links are in the description as well, for Facebook group. Now, in the Facebook group, we actually, I do not mind if you, I would love to see what you guys are working on. And we've got seriously a beautiful community where nobody's nasty. There's no nastiness. If they are, they will be booted immediately. But honestly, everyone's lovely, and I love seeing other people's work. So, you know, if you've got another YouTuber that you would like to share with us, so you know, because you can only watch me so many times. You know, I only put one video up a day. You need something else to watch. So who do you watch? Who do you like to, what sort of format of video do you like to watch, you know? That's something that you could leave me below and let me know. I do have my Facebook and my Instagram there for you to just click on it and go through, and you can get inspiration. I have actually got over there, I was having a look at it the other day. Wow, there is some serious quantities of photos on that wall. So if you can't find some inspiration in there to get you kick-started, maybe you just need another coffee. That could be it. Because, you know, there's so much there. It's brilliant. It's so much fun. I love scrapbooking. I don't use the O word, but I genuinely am obsessed with scrapbooking. I really am. I am using the word because I genuinely am. I'm not saying it because someone's sent something to me to tell me to say it. I genuinely, I love the craft. I love paper. I love mixed media. I love all of these things. So I'm going around with my POSCA paint pen, just drawing a little bit of a drop shadow just to give a little bit more definition. This pen is nearly dead. And I was trying to get the last layout out of this pen, and I'm trying to write over the top of the NUVO GLACIA paste, which in itself is challenging when you've got a pen that is flowing. So I tried to get it to work. So you can see I haven't done the lines at the top yet. I actually edited that section out because you've seen me do the other two, and I figured it was just going to drag the video out. No one wants to sit here and watch forever. So I will be back on Monday with another video for you guys, and the kids will be back to school, so you'll be able to sit down and have a coffee and put your feet up, hopefully, and you know, not have kids running around your feet if that bothers you. I love having my kids home, but my kids today, I've been sitting in here doing voiceovers now for well over about an hour and a half now, and yes, my throat is on fire. I do not know why I do this to myself, but I'm doing so many voiceovers today purely and simply so I can then rest my voice for a longer amount of time. So hopefully my coughing is gone by the time I have to do some more voiceovers. Let's cross fingers, hey? So I'm just going through and adding some Stickles silver glitter because I felt it just wasn't quite sparkly enough. So, and I wanted to join together the three sections. Like I wanted it to sort of, if I joined some dots, some sprinkly bits, then it would probably flow a little bit better. That's what I was thinking anyway. But I do love it, and I love all my glossy little shiny dots and liquid pearls and all that sort of stuff. So it's nice and simple and clean. I like it. So this one is the NUVO, the black NUVO Ebony Black Crystal Drops. So they stay nice and shiny. I do like them for that. They stay shiny. I wish they just stayed more raised though, but that's all right. Now I'm just doing a quick little border and then that's it, guys. So don't forget to like, subscribe, all that sort of fun stuff. If you haven't subscribed already, I am trying to reach 2,000 subscribers. And when we do, we're going to have a big giveaway, which is going to be awesome. I'm getting very excited for that. So there's all the lines. See how it separated them all, having the black and the silver Posca paint pen? So I think it turned out pretty good. And then all that texture, but not bulky. So I haven't used any foam anything. So yeah, I love it. I love how it turned out. Let me know what you think. Leave me any comments below. Don't forget to go over to Facebook, Instagram, all that sort of fun stuff. And I will be back on Monday with another video. And I'm now going to go and have a cup of tea with some lemon and honey. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll chat to you later. Bye for now.